You're going to have to jack up the front of the truck and take off the passenger side tire to access the top compressor bolt. This is the sound I get. It sounds like the starter's engaging, but give it a start here. You want to be ready to turn it off right away because your alternator's not, the belt's not going to your alternator, it's not going to your water pump. I don't know if your fan's running, but we're just going to see if the engine's locked up. I think the engine's locked up. It started. I bet it's that stupid pulley. Okay, so we know it's AC. It's one of the pulleys. I think it's the AC pulley. Okay, so let's see if it's this AC pulley. I think it is. I think that thing is totally melted. Oh, it's solid as a rock. That is not gonna go anywhere. So, looks like it's just 4 of these. I think it can come out through here. This footage is about 2 weeks apart from the time I took the old one out until the time I put the new one in. I lost and had to delete a bunch of footage for storage and didn't show getting the top bolt out. That's where you're gonna need the floppy head 10mm. You just come in over the top of the frame rail and reach it that way, or you can get it from below. Right here I had to turn it and move it a little bit, turn it and move it a little bit, turn it and move it a little bit. And there was actually a line that I had to kind of push out of the way. But eventually I got it and it came right out. What? I donated it. The charity is called Flocks of Love. It's for all the sheep that were sheared last week in North Dakota when it was 75 degrees out, and the very next day snowed and was about 15 degrees out. Yeah, I donated my beard and my hair to those poor sheep that were sheared too early in the spring here in North Dakota. So anyhow, let's get back to the video. So it's actually been about 2 weeks, and it did snow and thawed and did a lot of other different North Dakota weather type things. And Dad's pickup's been sitting out there on the jack stand and the jack. So what I'm going to do when I go out there is give it a good shove and make sure that when I'm underneath there it doesn't fall down on me. Probably going to give it a light shove, and if I think it's going to go down, then I'll put something underneath it to catch it, and then I'll give it a good shove and make sure that thing's not going to crush me. So anyhow, we got the new pump. It was $110, and just so you know, they sell a kit for this. If you don't want to have AC, they make like a bypass pulley that bolts on here, and that's $150 at the local parts store. This AC pump was $110. I'm going to attempt to have air conditioning in the truck. So let's open this bad boy up and see what we got for $110. I'm wondering if it came with these O-rings. This is by R&Y Pump. They didn't pay me for any of this, and they have no idea I'm making a video about their product. Just give me 1 minute. Sweet. Addie! I got bubble wrap! Yeah, they're pretty much identical. What else is in this box? Installation instructions. Doesn't say anywhere you jack up the front of your truck and take the tire off. It should be right around 7 or 6B. Jack up truck, remove tire, turn steering wheel to the left. I don't know R&Y. I don't know. I got another use for this. R&Y, which sticker are you gonna get? You get one of these stickers. Since you left out jack it up, take the tire off. It's not quite Kylo Ren. You get BB-8. R&Y pump, BB-8. That's your rating. Okay, it says this compressor comes pre-filled with the correct amount of oil. There's no need to add any additional oil to your system. They look identical. And 2 new O-rings. Sweet. R&Y compressors. What if we know that the system leaks and we're gonna have to run this for about a month before we can have other leaks fixed? Then should I add extra oil? It's just gonna pump whatever oil is in here out that leak. I have some compressor oil. I might fill this up all the way because I don't know that leak where it's leaking. I think that might be like a part of the whole entire condenser, and just gonna pump it out, burn this one up, and I'll be in the same boat. I'll leave this disconnected so that hopefully it won't spin the pump too much without the clutch engaged. But anyhow, let's go get this bad boy thrown in there. I told the kids if we get Grandpa's pickup running today, maybe we would take the boat to the lake tomorrow. Maybe. So let's go try and get this thing in there. Now one of these needs to go in first. I think it was the single. kind of see it starting to poke its head up here. And this is where you want to take your caps out and get the bolt that goes in. Let's see if I can get you a better view. You pop your caps out and then get your bolt ready for this right here. So as you can see there, the jack is starting to tip a little bit, and that steel packer wheel that I have there, when I put that in there, I put it in there loose. So that means the truck has come down a little bit on it, and there was some weight on it, and when I pulled that wheel I could hear some creaking. So obviously the ground got a little unstable while that weight was there. I don't think it's safe to stay under there and keep doing what I'm doing, so I'm going to try and round up another jack or a jack stand and get the weight off of that jack, get everything repositioned with some wider boards to displace the weight a little better before I continue. I just don't think it's safe right now. I think this is the leak right here, and it needs a really tiny hose clamp, but I don't have a tiny one, so I'm going to use this big guy here. That's all I got, so we're going to use it. Alright everyone, there you have it. I'll be able to use this pickup again. It wasn't the motor, it was the pulley here. I got this for $110 from R&Y AC compressors. It seems to work fine so far. I think I found the leak and tightened it. So hopefully this one will last a while. I'm going to try and have it charged just to amuse myself. And on a scale of 1 to 10 for difficulty, it's up there, and mainly because of this top bolt. One, you have to put this top bolt in before you put the pump up in there, and then it's like sliding out the whole time. And I know maybe a guy could put some grease in there to keep it from sliding, whatever. If you're working in the grass like me, you're not going to do that. You're going to have grass on everything, literally everything. So you have to reach around, hold that pump up, and get that bolt started around all the wires and hoses. It was pretty tough, and I had to use a 10mm gear wrench with the flex head, and I might put a picture of that here. Otherwise, just look it up. I got a whole set of those metric flex heads at a sale at Napa one. It's like usually the week before Christmas or something like that. They have a really good deal on tools. So I don't think I could have got this without it. I needed that wrench to get it out, and I absolutely needed that wrench to get it back in, and I forgot that. As you can see, I borrowed the battery for another project, and so I borrowed it back, and yeah, now I'll be able to pull the boat this summer. So anyhow, everyone, we're almost at 150 subscribers. It blows my mind. My kids are here today, but they're playing with the neighbor's daughter. So it's probably a good thing, because with this top bolt here, I said some words that the kids probably shouldn't have heard. So anyhow, thanks everyone. Sounded like it went really far. It kicked really good too. It just flopped right down here. I don't know. I think this car's had enough. Do you?
Yeah. We had to tape it together for it to stay.
Yeah, I think it's had enough. Let's go shoot it again.
Okay.